Ohio River. There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game. But head coach Sam White addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
Well, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 6-yard line.
12.
A handoff to Mixon, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Mixon. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun again to Mixon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Burrow on play action. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First down, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And you think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On 3rd down, Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and a yard. Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Burrow will throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Trying to lay one up deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Evan McPherson for the field goal of 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
As the first half is winding down. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
This is taken just shy of.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You force the fumble, But when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield now. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6.
Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Joe Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And just a yard to go here on second down.
11 mighty. 11 MT.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some space here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they run with Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
12.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Can. 12.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
11 Thomas.
A handoff to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Stiff-armed him.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, Phillips. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now Burrow on 1st down. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 87 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
The Browns drive about to get started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the fourth quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Mixon with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 58 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll have a 1st down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6.